Thanks, Ruth. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered why tens of millions in new taxes in the form of truck tolls were forced onto us when there was a clear option to pay for road and bridge repair using existing appropriations? Has it crossed your mind to ask why you and I are being forced to cough up $12 to $18 million worth of 38 studios bond repayments each year when there was a perfectly good commercial insurance policy in place to cover that contingency, whose premiums we are still also paying? Is that a question in your mind? The Speaker has famously accused us ordinary taxpayers of negativity when we've asked some of these questions. He thinks we are a mob of conspiracy theorists. Well, when a series of major tax programs are instituted with no rational justification, it's hard not to start seeing boogeymen in the shadowy halls of the State House. What irrational reason might there be to keep squeezing the wallets of the hard-working, tax-paying men and women of Rhode Island? Our economy is a double-edged sword, after all. The rise of American industrial and capital growth in the 19th century was a phenomenon that raised the standard of living all over our planet. In the absence of that kind of growth, though, our economy has become a millstone around our collective necks. Wage stagnation, coupled with these constant tax increases, serve to bind the average citizen to a hand-to-mouth existence, which leaves no real time for the ordinary voter to put any thought into the public discourse. We're too busy surviving to worry about any political esoterica, and that may be just what the lifelong elected class wants. Just look at what's happened in the national scene. President Obama was swept into office on claims that the Bush-era cumulative deficit of $9 trillion was so high as to be unpatriotic. Once in office, though, his administration set about more than doubling that to the $20 trillion we see today. Has that now become patriotic? Or has all that government spending created such a drain on the capital available for our private markets that we have just limped along at 1% growth, which keeps working people in economic chains? Is that where the big government types want us? In his book and movie, Hillary's America, Dinesh D'Souza claims that the current administration has intentionally used economic conditions as a slavery technique and that a Ms. Clinton administration would continue that. Are we far enough into conspiracy theory for you yet? Actually, I don't think that these current conditions are related at all to ancient aliens. I do think that an alien philosophy has crept into our ruling class, and it's one that's contrary to the individual rights promised in America's Constitution. So, your vote really means something this November, not just at the top of the ballot, but all the way down. Ruth?